Dear students and my teacher friends, Namaskar. I welcome you to the presentation lecture on limbic system. Learning objectives of this lecture, what we are going to discuss in this lecture. See, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the main functions of the limbic system. What role the limbic system and the component of limbic system are playing in our body, okay, that we are going to discuss. Then the seven structures of limbic system that compose the limbic system, that we are going to discuss. And we are also summarizing their action, that means their function or their role, we are also going to discuss. Okay, now before I start this presentation lecture, let's have a look at the limbic system. So here on screen now you are looking at the limbic system, and this is we can say this is some additional information for you. But even though I'm telling you like the additional one, but at the same time this is also very important. You need to read this information at least once. Okay, this is the, okay, you see where exactly in our brain the limbic system is located. Okay, and these are the components of, okay, these are the components. You read the name and their functions are also written, and over here also. Okay, hippocampus, midbrain, amygdala, parahippocampal gyrus, okay, all the names. And here from different angle in our brain they are showing the limbic system. Okay, okay, now this point, functional brain system. Brain has two important functional system, and both the system they work together for a common purpose. And this systems are the name of this system, functional system of brain. One is limbic system and second one is the reticular formation. Now both these system they work together, and their structures, the structure of both the system, they are scattered throughout the brain. Okay, they are dispersed throughout the brain. Okay, so here we are remembering that the limbic system and the reticular formation are the functional brain systems. Okay, now the position of limbic system, where exactly limbic system is located in our brain. So limbic system, see, it encircles the upper part of the brainstem. It is covering the upper part of the brainstem and also the surface of corpus callosum, and is a ring of structures on the inner border of cerebrum and floor of the diencephalon that constitute the limbic system. So it is in the form of ring. Limbic system is in the form of ring, and the structure of limbic system where they are present. So upper part, they cover the upper part of the brainstem, then the corpus callosum upper part, then inferior to cerebrum, the inner border of cerebrum, and floor of the diencephalon. Okay, so in the figure, see, this is the, this one is the cerebrum. Okay, so inferior to it, okay, so this is this ring like, okay, this part, this purple color portion. Okay, purple and blue color they have used. So this purple blue color, this structure is the limbic system. Okay, now limbic means border, and the main component of the limbic system are as follows. So you observe all the components of the limbic system. Okay, all the names you read and try to remember. Okay, now moving on the second point. See, here in the second point we are discussing about the limbic lobe. Okay, now limbic lobe, the components of limbic lobe, what limbic lobe is made up of. So there are two components, there are two structure. One is cingulate gyrus plus parahippocampal gyrus, and these two they make limbic lobe. Okay, so here see in the figure, cingulate gyrus, parahippocampal gyrus. So what is limbic lobe? Limbic lobe is a ream of cerebral cortex on the medial surface of each hemisphere. So there are left and right hemisphere, and in the medial surface the ream of cerebral cortex is present, and this ream is known as limbic lobe. Now limbic lobe includes cingulate gyrus. Cingulate means belt, and this cingulate gyrus, where it is present, so it lies above the corpus callosum. And the second structure, parahippocampal gyrus, where it is present, so it is present in the temporal lobe. Okay, below the temporal lobe. So in this figure, okay, and in some other figure also, let's find out the structure. For example, over here they are showing, see, okay, cingulate gyrus, this part, okay, and parahippocampal gyrus, this portion. In this figure also, parahippocampal, okay, and this one, this part is the parahippocampal gyrus, and here this is the cingulate gyrus. Okay, cingulate gyrus, okay, this part. Cingulate gyrus, parahippocampal gyrus. Okay, so this one is the cingulate, and this part parahippocampal gyrus. Okay, so in the second point we were discussing about the limbic lobe. Okay, Okay, now we are discussing the third point, hippocampus. Okay, see, hippocampus, where it is present in temporal lobe. Okay, so hippocampus is portion of the is a part of parahippocampal gyrus, and this portion extending into the floor of the lateral ventricle. Okay, hippocampus, portion of the parahippocampal gyrus, and it extends into the floor of the lateral ventricle. So see in this figure, okay, hippocampus, okay, and see, name after its vague S-shaped resemblance to a seahorse. The shape of it looks like the seahorse. Okay, hippocampus, and this part is involved in memory and spatial awareness. Hippocampus. And this way. Okay, hippocampus. You see, it look like the seahorse. Okay. Hippocampus. Hippocampus. Okay. Now the dentate gyrus. Okay. Here it is shown dentate gyrus. This part. Now the dentate gyrus. Dentate means tooth. Lies between hippocampus and parahippocampal gyrus. It is present between hippocampus and parahippocampal gyrus. So dentate gyrus. Let's see it in some other figures also. Not shown over here. Okay, this, see, dentate gyrus. Okay, this part. This is the dentate gyrus. So as you can see, it is present between hippocampus and parahippocampal gyrus. Okay, now we are discussing the fifth point. Now here in the fifth point, we are discussing about amygdala. Now what is amygdala? See, amygdala. Amygdala means, the shape of amygdala is like a almond. Amygdala means almond shape. Amygdala is made up of several groups of neurons, and this group of neurons, they are present close to the tail of the caudate nucleus. So here we are remembering amygdala is group of neuron, and this group of neurons are present close to the tail of the caudate nucleus. So let's see it in some other figures. Okay, here amygdala, almond shaped neuron cluster that are heavily involved in memory and emotional responses. Here it is, this one is the amygdala. See in this figure, this part, amygdaloid body, amygdala, amygdaloid body, this portion. See, limbic system includes amygdaloid body, almond shaped nucleus that sits on the tail of the caudate nucleus. Okay, and other parts of rhincephalon. Okay, so this. Okay, so here we have discussed about the amygdala. Okay, now the sixth point, septal nuclei. Here it is shown, this one is the septal nuclei. Okay, see, septal nuclei located within the septal area. Where it is present? It is present in the septal area, formed by the regions under the corpus callosum and the paraterminal gyrus. Okay, so septal nuclei located within the septal area, and this area formed by region under the corpus callosum and paraterminal gyrus, a cerebral gyrus, septal nuclei. So let's look at it in some other figure. Over here you see septal nucleus, this part. Okay, septal nucleus. This portion, septal nuclei. Okay, you follow the arrow, this region. Okay, this is the septal nuclei. Okay, so in the sixth point we have discussed about the septal nuclei. Now we are discussing the seventh point. Okay, see see few of the diencephalonic structure, they are also the part of the limbic system. So which are this component? See, one is anterior thalamic nuclei, part of limbic system. Okay, then hypothalamus, diencephalon, then mammillary body, also considered, also the part of diencephalon, but it is also considered. So all this structure, all these three, they are the, we can say, simply we can say they are part of diencephalon, and they are also the part of limbic system. So in the figure you observe all these three. Okay, here this one is the hypothalamus, here they are showing the mammillary body, and this one is the anterior thalamic nuclei. Okay, now the mammillary body. So the mammillary body of hypothalamus are two round masses, and this mammillary body, they are close to the midline near the cerebral peduncles. Okay, where they are present? So close to the midline near the cerebral peduncle, the mammillary bodies are present. So let's have a look at them in some other figures also. Okay, for example, in this figure, see, mammillary bodies. See, mammillary bodies, small clumps of nerve cell. This relay signal to thalamus, contributing to alertness and memory information. Mammillary body. Now here in this figure, mammillary body. Okay, mammillary body. Okay, mammillary body. Okay, now the eighth point. Okay, see, there are few structures of limbic system and they are interconnected. So which are the structure? See, the fornix, stria terminalis, stria medullaris, medial forebrain bundle, mammillothalamic tract. All this component, all this structure of limbic system, they are linked by, they are interconnected by bundles of myelinated axon. Okay, so all these structures, all this component of limbic system, they are interconnected by myelinated axon. So one by one we are looking at them. So see over here, fornix, stria medullaris, stria terminalis. You follow the arrow. Okay, and here mammillothalamic tract. Okay, here see fornix. Okay, tract of nerve fiber connect mammillary body and hippocampus. So this is the phonics. Okay. So we have completed the discussion of the components of limbic system, the structures which make the limbic system. That part we have completed. Now we are discussing the functions of limbic system. See, limbic system, sometimes known as emotional brain, because limbic system is responsible for our emotions. That's why limbic system play primary role in range of emotion. Many of our emotion for that limbic system is responsible. For example, the feeling of pain, then feeling of pleasure when we are happy, then docility. Now what is the meaning of docility? Yeah, see, docility means easily managed or handled, tractable. For example, a docile horse, readily trained or taught, teachable. Now, something related with the wild animals. In the movie, you have seen that the horse, no, the wild horse that remain in the jungle. So the movie, the hero goes in the jungle, and the hero try to control the wild horse, and after some light effort or fighting with the horse, then ultimately the hero managed to get control over the horse. Then the hero sits on the back of the horse, and then he bring this horse to his home. Okay, so that is the meaning of docility. Then limbic system also responsible for affection. Now what is affection? Okay, affection, a feeling of loving or liking somebody. Okay, something that means, let's say the person is attraction the person is attracted to someone. Okay, let's say a boy is attracted towards the girl. Okay, or the man is attracted toward the woman. So that attraction, that is the meaning of or someone falls in love with someone. So for this falling in love, that for that also the limbic system is responsible. Okay, then anger. Okay, person become angry due to the limbic system. Then limbic system it is also involved in olfaction, that means the sensation of smell. Okay, bad smell or the good smell. Okay, the smell of perfume, for example. Then the memory, so we can remember our past event due to the limbic system. Now scientists perform some experiment on the animal, and they try to figure out the function of limbic system. So what they have find out, let's check that. See, experiments have shown that when different areas of animals limbic system are stimulated, the animal's reaction indicate they are experiencing intense pain or extreme pleasure. So when limbic system is stimulated, that time animals they experience intense pain, or they are extremely happy, or they are they are feeling the pleasure. Okay, when the limbic system is stimulated. Now now the stimulation of other limbic system areas in animals, they produce numbness. Okay, now what is numbness? See, numbness. So change from the wild or savage state, domesticated. Okay, so this we can relate with the dog. Many people they domesticate the dogs. So after few days, after few efforts, okay, when we pamper them, when we provide them food, okay, uh, so the the dog, the wild dog, we can domesticate them. So that is the meaning of tameness. So for this tameness also, the limbic system is responsible. Then signs of affection, that is the attraction. For attraction or falling in love, that the limbic system is responsible. See, uh, stimulation of cats amygdala or certain nuclei of hypothalamus. See, when the amygdala or hypothalamus of cat was stimulated, so the cat produced some behavioral pattern, and this behavioral pattern of cat was known as the rage. So when the limbic system, this amygdala and hypothalamus were stimulated of a cat, so cat showed rage behavior, and during this rage behavior, cat extended its claws, then cat raised its tail, then she opened its eyes were wide, okay, and see, the cat made the hiss. Now what is hiss? See, hiss, okay, meaning to make a sound like a very long s to show you are angry or to do or do not like something. So very long s, okay, that is his, okay. So when the cat, so when the amygdala and the hypothalamus were stimulated, cat cat was angry, okay, that is the meaning of this. So cat was showing his, then spit, okay, spitting, cat was spitting also, spitting forcefully, throwing out the saliva, that is spitting from mouth, then uh, now by contrast, when the amygdala was removed, that time animal lack fear, so they lost the fear sensation and their aggressive behavior when the amygdala is lost. Now likewise, a person whose amygdala is damaged fails to recognize fearful expression in others or to express fear in situation where this emotion would normally be appropriate. So when person's amygdala is damaged, that time person is not able to experience the fearful situation. Okay, for example, uh, while being attacked by animal, let's say person is walking on the road and the street dog start barking at this person. Now the moment the dog start barking and following the person, so this person will experience some kind of fear. So that is due to the amygdala. Now if the amygdala is damaged, so in this person whose amygdala is damaged, that person will not be able to recognize the fearful situation, that the dogs are barking at him and dogs are following, so he will not experience the fear because the amygdala is damaged. Then see, together with the parts of cerebrum, limbic system also function in memory, so we can remember our past event. Then damage to limbic system causes memory impairment, loss of memory if limbic system is damaged. Then one portion of the limbic system, the hippocampus, is seemingly unique. Hippocampus is unique among structures of central nervous system. Hippocampus has cells, and these cells, they are reported they are capable of mitosis. So this cell of hippocampus, they can divide and they can produce new cell. Okay, so that's why the portion of the brain that is responsible for some aspect of memory may develop new neurons even in the elderly. That means even the person is age, the old person. So in this old person also, hippocampus is present, and the cells of hippocampus, they are able to divide mitotically, so they can produce new neurons. And that's why even with the old age, person is managing to remember the past event. So it is possible that the 70 or 80-year old person is remembering the event, let's say the 50 year back, something happened, and this person till date he is remembering that event due to this hippocampus. Okay, because the cells are capable of mitosis and they are producing new neurons. So that's why. So with this we have completed this presentation lecture on limbic system. I hope you have enjoyed this presentation lecture, and I also hope that this presentation lecture will be helpful in your exam preparation and also in your studies. My name is Manish Kosti sir. I am from Ahmedabad, India. Bye bye. Namaste.